What's up guys, Eric Bray, Table Rock Fishing Intel. I'm going to give you a quick review of the Lowrance Ghost trolling motor. Been running it for about 6 weeks. Got a pretty good idea of all the features, benefits of it, and I want to tell you what I've learned over the last 6 weeks of running this trolling motor. Alright guys, some of the features of the Lowrance trolling motor is, the first thing is it is switchable. You can have your button on either the left side if you're used to a Minn Kota, or if you're used to a motor guide, you can switch this over and put your button switch over here. Real easy to do. You just take it out, lift it out, you flip it over, get it out of the way. You can do it that way. Speed control, infinite speed control, you know, it's just like all the Maxims and everything else. There's no clicking, it's just a potentiometer. From there, you've got your spot lock feature or anchor feature. Hit that button, hold you in place. This is your constant on over here, number one, but it can be programmed to do something else. These two buttons right here are your programming buttons, and you can program them as well. Anything that you run in your boat that runs on Bluetooth, whether it's your power poles, your radio, whatever you've got that runs on Bluetooth or talks through Bluetooth, you can do that with those two programmable buttons. Those buttons are also how you program the trolling motor and calibrate the trolling motor to get the spot lock a little bit more accurate. The other features on the motor itself is, the first thing you'll notice when you put it in the water is the head does not turn. The shaft turns. You have an arrow that shows you where it is, but the shaft turns independently of the head. So your head's never turning around, never spinning around. It is on an incredibly beefy mount. This is all metal. There's no plastic in this. This is 100% metal. All your brackets, everything is metal. It's got a spring in there as well to give you a little bit of shock absorption when you run into a stump like I've been known to do. You've got a double hydraulic cylinder, so it helps when you're lifting and when you're deploying the motor. It doesn't slam down when you deploy it. Makes it a lot easier to lift when you pull it out. You've got these little brackets right here that your cable can snap into to keep that out of the way as well. And these will move and adjust as you pull the trolling motor in and out. You get all the way down here at the actual motor itself. One of the coolest features, if you run Lowrance, this is your transducer right here. You don't have a transducer hanging down below. It's switchable to different transducers, and you can do it yourself. There's an Allen wrench on the end right here. Spin that Allen wrench out, pop that out, pull the nose cone off, put a different transducer on, put it back together. You don't have to go to a trolling motor shop or your dealer to change your transducer on the Lowrance Ghost trolling motor. So when you deploy it, it's got a double piston. So you can just let it go and it'll drop on its own. It's going to land nice and soft. If you look on the top of the motor, you can see you've got an indicator. It lights up and the head doesn't turn, just the shaft turns. The motor is incredibly quiet but incredibly powerful. They don't put a pound rating on this as far as a thrust rating, but the information I've seen online, companies that have done tests say it's somewhere between 136 and 138 pounds of thrust on the 36 volt mode. The motor is possible. You can run it in 24 or 36. It's switchable. So if you only have a 24 volt system, you don't have to add an extra battery to add the Ghost trolling motor to your boat. One thing you'll notice when you pull the trolling motor up and stow it, it will self-center. See, it just self-centered itself, so it's going to lay flat. You don't have to sit there and push the pedal back and forth to get it to lay exactly how it's supposed to on the mount. So guys, as far as my review of the Lowrance Ghost trolling motor is concerned, I'm going to give it 4.5 out of 5 stars. Couple of things that you can kind of ding it on. It is the most expensive trolling motor on the market right now, but it has a lot of features for that. The other thing, it is a heavier trolling motor, so you are adding weight to your boat. But other than that, as far as use, calibration, tying it into your Lowrance graphs, all of that is very easy to do. Great trolling motor. I've been very happy with it for the 6 weeks I've run it. So that is your review of the Lowrance Ghost trolling motor from Table Rock Fishing Intel.